We are the keepers of the flame, the sacred order. Let the ceremony begin.
And today, faithful acolytes, we take a look at this. And what this is from Cholula Reserva Tequila and lime. Now, I'm not. That's kind of interesting because the label's a little bleached out here. It's kind of wild. I'm not a super huge fan of tequila or lime, as I've mentioned a few times. But somehow this sauce I really find quite interesting, quite lively. I actually enjoy this quite a bit. So it is, look at this action, 4.4% tequila by volume, 1% alcohol by volume. Interesting. So we've got water, we've got arbol and piquin peppers, we've got salt, we've got the agave tequila, acetic acid, xanthan gum, we've got natural flavor spices, vinegar, and garlic powder. So generally the same stuff that's in the main one, but this one with oh, interesting. So I don't see lime here though. Huh. Must be in the natural flavors. It's not in here. Why isn't lime in the ingredient panel anywhere? That is really interesting. Huh. Okay. All right, well, whatever. Tequila is definitely some. I don't know. Is it tequila in the? Is the lime in the tequila itself? I don't know. Got the usual thing though, built into the bottle here, the restrictor cap. And I can definitely smell the sort of margarita tones of the tequila and of the lime. I can't tell you the last time I've had tequila. It's not something I have very often. In fact, not ever. I used to have a lot of it in margaritas years and years ago, but I've decided somewhere in there, yeah, it's probably been 20, 30 years. But I decided somewhere in then that there's no real point in grinding up ice and doing all the other stuff to make margaritas, which formerly is what myself and another guy did. So tequila is not a big favorite of mine, though. I've never really liked the taste of it particularly. And lime is something that I really struggle with in sauces and in snack foods and so on, as has been evidenced throughout not only the blog, but also the FOH video series whenever it comes across. And to give you an idea, I mean, you guys can check through the Takis in the Spicy Crisps, Spicy Chips playlist if you're interested in that. But back to this, very nice, vibrant orange color. I quite like the look of this sauce. It's a touch pale though, comparatively, compared to like the regular Cholula, at least. And this isn't, so I'm going to give Cholula credit for this. This is another sauce whereupon they're not just making the base with add-ons. This is really much like the sweet habanero, really its own thing. So let's get into it. We got the salt, nice heavy dose of the tequila, the little back end of lime. and a little bit of the pepper flavor also. It's really, really nice. I like the sauce by itself, actually. I've never seen it in stores, and I'm sure it's because there is booze in it. Not really a fan of booze and sauces, but man, these guys did it up. And what I really respect about them, they didn't have to do this. They didn't have to do any of this. If they would have just kept putting out variations of their main sauce ad nauseum, I think they would have done pretty well. People would buy them, right? Just to take this kind of step out, just I'm hats off to them. Same with the sweet habanero. I really like that they tried to give it its own identity. And if you did a blind taste test, you'd be very hard pressed to pull out the Cholula in this. Got a little bit of a burn from the tequila, which is kind of cool. I quite like this. This is surprising. It's very refreshing, very light. And I was not expecting this, to be honest. I want to do it for coverage, and I didn't get to it fast enough to post this during. I tried to do a Cinco de Mayo, except for the entire month of May. So I tried to have it really be kind of a Mexican themed month. And this is one I had in mind. I just didn't get to it in time. So, but here it is, you know. It definitely is one that is well worthy of doing this with. All right, so we've got, okay, Del Taco, of course, and I went there for a couple of reasons. The first one is because I can get a really wide variety of meats. This one is their Habanero Taco. Seen it before. Carne Asada, so we've got chicken, we've got beef, and I think this is the carbon, and we've got a beer battered fish. So now we've got 3 meats, and they happen to have this going on right now. I don't know if it will still when this video is posted, but they've got carnitas. So I got a carnitas fries. So we've got pork, fish, beef, and chicken all here today to find out just what this is going to go well with and what it isn't. I did try this on my breakfast burritos, the egg breakfast burritos. I don't find it works very well without something a lot more. It had bacon in that one, but it needs something a little bit stronger to play off of. If you have it just in that setting, and I have had it with beans also, and I thought it was just kind of okay, you need something strong to play off those flavors. They're very bright, very lively, but they're also somewhat prominent. If you don't have a good backdrop for them, you're definitely you get diminishing returns. All right, so let's start out with the Habanero Crispy Taco, which I've had a number of times, like I said, on this channel. I'll just gussy it up here. All right. Chicken should be a pretty easy one, I think. The nice bright flavors of that sauce really play off of the creaminess of the habanero ranch or whatever that sauce is. Against the backdrop, I mean, it's, you know, like it's supposed to be a fried chicken thing, but it works quite well here. Absolutely a winner. My theory is that it's going to work better with the lighter meats. I think I did try it on a beef taco also. I'm trying to remember now. I don't think I loved it. Citrus and beef was definitely one you have to have a little bit of caution with. Okay, very solid. All right, and carne asada, let's go with the carne asada. let's just put that to the test right now. See how this beef does. So this is their carbone sort of a thing, I think. I think it's supposed to be a sort of a street taco, maybe. We got cilantro. We got these. They managed to apparently not make it without onions. Looks like there's a green sauce on there, possibly. Oh man, this thing is very odorous. I've never had one of these from them before. Let's take a little sample here. Well, I don't love it by itself. In fact, I probably would never get this again. Alright. Let's see how this goes. Alright. Cilantro. Alright, here it is super clashy. I don't understand why chains struggle so hard with no onions. I think this is supposed to be a sort of street taco vibe. Not great. What I think is interesting about this is it's really difficult to get a feel for how hot this actually is because of the booze in it. I gave it a 1 to be charitable, but I say that without a clear idea of is that burn from the tequila or is it from the actual peppers? All right, carnitas. This is the carnitas fries. We've got pork. We got some sort of white sauce on here. We got fries. We got cheese. Is that supposed to be queso? What is that white sauce? I don't know what that white sauce is. Let's get a read on it. This is a very weird dish. It seems conflicted to me. I'm not getting a big carnitas vibe out of this either. Definitely much more like shredded pork. Alright. Well, let's see what we can do here. This isn't a very all-around sauce. It is very bright, very lively, but it is very much its own thing. Doesn't function, I don't think, like regular Cholula, and that you can arguably use that as a table sauce. Like I said, I've used it in my college years. I used it as a dressing. No hope here was out. I really thought the pork would play off of it a lot better. This pork, though, is fairly tasteless. There's not really enough flavor here to do that with. Figured there'd be at least one stray in there. Or hope not. I don't think this works here. Well, A, I don't think this dish works. This is not. Carnitas fries is foolish. I don't know who thought this brainstorm up. And you guys are struggling over there today. I'm gonna finish this off camera. I'm not gonna spend any more time with it right now. Not functional. Did not work in that setting either. Alright, and alive. So here we got our fish taco. Big deal out of it being Sam Adams beer battered fish. Just a white sauce here and some cabbage, okay. I've never had one of these before either, from them anyway. Let me not bad. Not bad. Alright. I obviously should not need to add lime. But I might throw a little some live lime in there. See how it shakes out. Not bad. Alright, I'm gonna throw a little bit of actual lime in there. I do like it on fish tacos. I still wish Rubio's, you'd be seeing a whole lot of Rubio's fish tacos probably if they were still around. They had some outstanding fish tacos. Definitely better than these. Although I must say, these are not bad. Definitely it works better with the fresh lime. Even without those, not bad. Okay, so. So, this is a wondrous creation. Very bright, very lively. It's not super flexible though. So this is definitely something you're going to want to kind of stick with the lighter meats with. And I would say pretty specifically fish and chicken it worked well with. Even the pork, well, the pork's not a good example. Pork, this would be well worth trying on some al pastor or something like that, where it's sort of bright and bubbly, effervescent nature is going to pair better with the foods. Heavier stuff, it doesn't work super well with. It tends to clash. You know, with that carne asada, it clashed pretty hard, and then with the heavier taste of cheese and the fries there, enchiladas is something they also suggested for this, which I'm not sure how that would go actually. That would be it'd be an interesting experiment. Nice red sauce enchilada, but again, you kind of get into the cheese and lime thing. I'm not sure how well that works. So the more light and lively the actual dish is, I think this is where it works better. definitely where this can be the star and kind of have everything else come to it is the way to go there. But it does need a foil. So just having it by itself, like I said, on the eggs, I didn't enjoy that particularly. It was not super wonderful on the carnitas or the carne asada there. So definitely something that will let it, I guess, kind of be the main driver of flavor, and also will sort of merge with and meld and pair with it a lot better. When you have things that want to be distinct and this in there, it just gets a little clashy. But again, major props to Cholula. They did not have to, I don't think, make this kind of a sauce. And this is just a brilliant, wonderful thing. So out of the, like the sweet habanero, just so out of the blue. I never saw this coming from them. And even as much as I don't tend to like tequila or lime, I actually enjoy this sauce quite a lot. I really think the flavor of this is truly a marvel, especially from a mass market sauce. So again, definite tip of the hat to Cholula for this. But again, you got to kind of, it's not anywhere near as accessible as the regular Cholula is. So kind of keep that in your noodle there if you're going to go forward with getting this kind of sauce. You're going to have to look for it probably. I have not seen it on anyone's shelves. I believe I ordered mine online just because I came across it and I was like, wow, that'd be kind of a cool thing to have. Which is how I come across a lot of sauces. Actually, I kind of go, yeah, that'd be kind of a cool thing. And there's a lot of them that are only for me. There's nobody else doing a lot of that stuff out there. So I don't know if somebody's done this or not. I'm not saying that about this one, but just there's other ones, and that's kind of the motif I try to keep in mind is that if I think it'll be something cool to have, then hopefully everyone else will as well. But anyway, that's going to do it for this. The Cholula Reserva Tequila and lime hot sauce. Out of the blue, definitely it is a sort of out of the blue marvel. And if you like the Cholula sauces, and give this a try. This is a really cool sauce. I'll just leave it at that.
Now go forth in peace to serve the flame.